Y'all in Code Pink?
Yeah.
Yo, chat.
Okay.
Code Pink in the building.
Yeah.
Hi. F Barry Weiss.
Yeah, exactly.
You will pet me, whether you like it or not.
Hi, chat. Alright, and if it gets weird, I'll yell pineapple.
Hasan. Why are you like this?
I mean, I feel like you need a code word, right? Okay, we won't use pineapple, we'll use avalanche. Alright. Pineapple's the same word. As you guys know, Los Angeles, this is an immigrant city, okay?
Yes.
America is an immigrant country. Nobody is illegal on stolen land. By having said that, immigrants are the reason why this country is as powerful of a nation it is. It's one of the most redeemable aspects of America. What's good? What's good? What's up? Sure, but quick, flicky quick. Nice to meet you guys. And the very fact that these fucking assholes in charge are trying to take this away, are trying to foment hatred, are trying to foment enmity, are trying to separate and divide the working class here, so the working class forgets who is actually responsible for their demise. We're not putting up with that shit.
Right here, look.
No.
It's on the chat.
Oh, you're look at that,
yeah.
we're in the sign.
There you
Hey,
Hi.
thank you so much for
course.
meeting.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
nice
these
to meet
are
all you guys.
Some friends, some supporters who I just bumped into when we were
Hell
just
yeah.
chatting about local politics here.
All right, we got Rae Huang in the building.
Hey, y'all.
DSA back, running for mayor. And we're very excited. I know that originally what we were supposed to do is go and do like a dining experience.
We were.
And you know, get to learn about your platform a little bit. But the conditions changed. First we had to go to Minneapolis last week, and then now this week when we were supposed to do the same thing at the same time right now, obviously there is a nationwide day of demonstration taking place. So we're gonna go out there, we're gonna hopefully catch up with the rest of the people that are walking, chop it up, we'll chat it up. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's walk. So I'm Reverend Rae Huang. I am a pastor. I'm a Presbyterian pastor. Of the Presbyterian denomination, the only one that ordains LGBTQ and women into ordination, which is why it's the only denomination that I would be able to join and preach in churches of. And yeah, so that is why I'm wearing this right now. I've been a community organizer doing social justice education and organizing for the last 20-something years, and then here in Los Angeles as well for over 10 years now. You know, it's interesting. Being on the streets is my comfort zone.
I agree. No, okay. One thing that I always stress to my audience as well, because a lot of people watch at home, a lot of people are watching at work, but like there's a reason why there's a lot of people that are like Hasanabi heads that are all around. I try to always stress the importance of solidarity and how good it feels as well. When you're alienated on the internet with this like increasingly atomized culture that we have a tendency to misunderstand our neighbors and our communities, and we have this false notion that there are so many radicalized reactionaries out there when that's not the case at all. So I think demonstrations like this are very important to show the rest of the country there aren't that many of them out there, because they would never be able to gather this many people together for a cause that they believe in, because love always transcends hate. Love is always more powerful than hate. You have to be out here to see it. When you're out in the crowd with so many like-minded people who can see right from wrong, you very quickly understand, like, people are good, people are not bad. People are not as evil as the way we are led to believe by the experiences we have online. What up, Caroline?
Oh, hi. Hello. This is Caroline. She's amazing.
I have a poster on my wall that says, when I give food to the poor, they call me a saint. When I ask why the poor have no food, they call me a communist.
We should be protecting our own citizens. ICE, who works for the American people, is actually a Gestapo in disguise.
Always preach the gospel. If necessary, use words.
Like the reason I'm running is because I come from this whole community where we've been doing this for years. We've been creating our solutions, we've been having to protect ourselves, we've been having to rescue our own families because nobody else is looking out for us. And so we're struggling with housing insecurity, we're still struggling with job insecurity, we're still struggling with the fact that you know, we're dying on the streets because our streets are unsafe right now. There's 150 traffic collisions a day, but 300 people die from traffic collisions a year in Los Angeles City, right? Like, there are things that we know how to fix because we figured out those solutions, but our current legislators keep moving Are you familiar with Measure ULA? Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
We colloquially call it a mansion tax, but it's a transfer tax. So
every property in Los Angeles County over the price point of $5 million has an additional sales tax of, I believe, 5%.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's progressive. So if you're selling a building for $10 million, you got.
Yeah. If you have a nice house in Los Angeles, they punish you. I voted for it.
What it does is it actually pays for affordable housing and social housing. And I know you're familiar with social housing because you talked about that before.
Yes, it's one of the things that I think is missing from the conversation at the national level.
Yes.
We talk about Medicare for all. We talk about how difficult it is to get the Democrats on board with that at the national level. But I think one of the major issues for a lot of Americans in the crisis of affordability is not only medical debt, but it's also housing. And obviously social housing would play a fundamental role in normalizing market rates for all of the private market housing that's out there, that's readily available. And that's precisely the reason why a lot of people don't want it to happen. They constantly, as Donald Trump said recently,
existing housing, people that own their homes, we're going to keep them wealthy. We're going to keep those prices up. We're not going to destroy the value of their homes so that somebody that didn't work very hard can buy a home.
We got to keep the housing prices as high as possible. And when you increase the supply, or God forbid you increase the supply by government intervention at a much cheaper price point and forcibly lower the existing inventory's price point, a lot of boomers are going to get frustrated.
Yeah, like all of us are being left out. Like all the boomers' kids, they have nowhere to go. The boomers might not like it, but once we talk about their kids, they're like, oh, I get it. Maybe we do have to work on housing affordability.
We're hyper-focusing on keeping wealth trapped in the hands of a select few. Not just the billionaires and millionaires, but if we're going to talk about housing, a lot of the net worth is directly tied to their housing. They take out loans on it, they use it as leverage, they use their asset as a leverage point. It unfortunately creates this design where people consistently want the housing prices to go up and they rely on it. But houses are for living in, they're not for speculation.
Yeah, absolutely. Homes are for people, not for profit. If just for the selfish perspective of I don't want to have unhoused people living on my street, then we have to ensure that then there's enough homes for everybody. Those are the things that we really need to be expanding, as well as, of course, strengthen tenant protections. I'm very proud that recently we were able to lower the rent stabilization ordinance after 40 years down to 4%, which is still too high in my perspective. We wanted 3%, but you know, we'll take what we can get. One of the other things, lastly, is that Mayor Bass actually had passed an executive directive to build faster housing across the city. But one of the challenges was that she then went backwards. Said, you know what? We don't need to build more in single-family home zones.
Yeah, we don't need to build more single-family homes. We need to build more affordable housing or mixed-income units.
Right, exactly.
I feel like this city has a lot of people that are lacking the political education right now. A lot of kind-hearted individuals. A lot of people that want more from their representatives, but they're not getting it. And I think like one of the issues that we run into in California politics and Los Angeles politics is like, we vote for some pretty radical ballot measures all the time.
Yeah.
But then our electeds don't hold to account the state government.
Yeah.
Our local government has no investment in like applying pressure, and we don't have a mechanism that can also discipline electeds either. I mean, I guess that's an issue with New York PSA as well. It's at least a point of contention right now, but that's like internal politics, irrelevant. But we don't even have that mechanism for like, I think building a door knocking operation that is robust. So that's something that I think, like I said, it's my backyard and I don't do enough. And I wanna focus more on that so we can get people like yourself elected into positions of power. And then if you don't follow up on what you're promising, then hold you to account as well.
I mean, this is exactly why I'm running. I've been organizing with this community for years, and we have that power, and I think now is the moment by which we're trying to take power.
Yes, I think that's a major area that requires improvement. Is like putting these different quadrants together through investment in a robust public infrastructure, in a public transit.
Saw Mamdani do that in New York, and it's the same thing that we need here in Los Angeles. And we can do it. That's the thing, is that the best part is it's like absolutely doable. The cost is negligible. The fare collection that we're receiving, the money is about the same amount as our expenses in collecting fares.
That's like, crazy.
It is, right? And so we might as well just make it free and then allow all of our community members who are relying on transit to give them that break, because transit, the cost of transportation actually is the second biggest cost of people's income. after housing.
Yeah.
And the majority of people, of course, who rely on public transit are those who are most vulnerable in our communities who are at risk of becoming unhoused. But the other piece that I think is so key, which is what you just talked about, is it connects us. It connects the city of Los Angeles in a way that we really need. And once you make it free, the research has said that we will increase ridership by 30% immediately. Because, of course, who wouldn't want to take a free bus after a night of drinking out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'll go home a lot safer. I don't have to deal with Uber, or I won't try and risk driving while I'm high. You know what I mean? It's safer for a community. And not only that, but the reality is, if you have a busy bus, it's a safer bus.
Sorry, am I trucking too hard, by the way? I can slow down a little bit.
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as you know where you're headed.
I have no idea where we're headed, I'm gonna be honest with you.
So one of the things that we have not seen, even though Mayor Bassett promised this, is an actual infrastructure plan. We need to create a plan for the future. Everybody is running on platforms that are trying to play defense. They're responding to something instead of actually leading courageously in this moment. They're not painting a vision. And I think what's so necessary in this moment, why everybody is hiding out, why everybody they turn off the news in the morning, they don't want to open their newspaper app or whatever, is because it's so scary out there every single time you turn on the news. And so why would you want to get involved in politics? Why would you want to create change? If the Democratic Party, if these large party institutions actually listened and to what was happening on the ground, where we were doing the research, where we were making the solutions happen, we could build the vision that our country needs to actually make it more affordable, livable, where people can thrive. And I think that's the frustrating part for me and why I'm running for office, honestly, is I just was sick of it. I was like, we keep putting these solutions forward on the plate of our legislators, and then they have no vision. And they're just playing politics as usual. They're catering to all the corporate interests. They're catering to billionaire interests. They're catering to all of the lobbyists. And then they move backwards. And it's just, I can't, it's time.
We are Don Lemon. We carry the flame.
Please follow me at Rae4LA.com or at Rae4LA on my socials. So tomorrow is our canvas launch. We are so excited. Bellevue Park in Silver Lake, for those of you who are in LA. Come and knock on doors and we're gonna start building. I'm gonna start collecting signatures. I do need to collect 2,000 signatures by a certain date, I think so. And then we'll be able to rock and roll and be on the ballot. So, yeah, totally.
All right, so, remember, when you have good candidates like Rae here, unfortunately, they go extra hard. A lot of corporate PACs will be coming after her. Not only do we need the door knockers, but we need to also be able to fundraise for her as well.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much for giving us your time. This was amazing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to hang out again soon and then chat some more. So.
All right, absolutely. Here you go. Thank you.
Downtown LA. Gil, we understand there are a handful of people here that we've seen in the past several minutes throwing objects at officers. The vast majority of them appear to be peaceful.
Yes, that's true, Mike and Sherry. You're looking at Alameda, where Alameda is shut down here south of Aliso and north of Temple. Now, when this crowd arrived,
ladies and gentlemen,
there was some federal police that had
that'll do it for today.
On the sidewalk here.
I went nutty mode today. I want to just say it's been a spectacular experience on my first ever official YouTube stream since 2018. But what a day it's been. I'm the luckiest person on the planet. I have the best community on the planet, straight up. And like I said, I'm probably going to be donating to Sherla, the Immigrant Defense Fund here in Los Angeles. All of the super chats that you guys gave me today. Wow, 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 wow. What a day.
You will pet me, whether you like it or not.
The Piker Broadcasting Service is sponsored by you, the viewers, for you, the viewers. The Piker Broadcasting Service is where you get tomorrow's news today.
Whether you like it or not.